Israel and the US took out Iran's biggest underground bomb-making sites. On the night of March 22nd, B-1 Lancer bombers and F-35 IAD stealth jets headed toward the east side of Tehran. The target was Damavand, 50 km east of Tehran. It's a huge underground bomb lab tucked in the key corridor between the Khoja Aviation Complex and the Parchin nuclear facility. These are the twin cores of Iran's missile and nuclear efforts. Iran picked this spot on purpose, close to the capital for easy logistics, but surrounded by mountains for defense. Satellite images revealed denser air defenses around it than anywhere else in Iran. The regime guarded this place like nothing else. Getting there was usually almost impossible. But the non-stop attacks since February 28 had torn down that protection step by step. S-300s, Bavar 373s, radars, command centers. Damavand's shield was gone. The operation kicked off with electronic warfare. The F-35s disrupted the few leftover radars. Early warning systems went blind. Then F-35s and F-16 ISUF closed in on the target. First hits slammed the tunnel entrances. These weren't regular doors. A leaked Iranian opposition report from years back said the main tunnel at Khoja runs about 1 km long, 12 m wide. It splits into 6 side tunnels, each half a km long. It's like an underground city, concrete reinforced, buried 20 to 100 m deep in the mountain. F-15 Ram squadrons unleashed 2,000 lb Blue 109 warhead JDAM bombs on those entrances. All this set the stage for the B-1B Lancer's massive payload. The Shah Hemet Group, Iran's top ballistic missile maker, handled body production and final assembly in the main tunnel. The Bari Group mass-produced the Fat Air 110 missile family across 5 sites. The Hajj Qasem ballistic missile line, with a 1,400 km range that could hit Israel, was also down there. Warehouses held hundreds of missiles ready to fire, plus thousands of tons of solid rocket fuel and parts waiting to mix in planetary mixers. Those minutes-long secondary blasts in the videos prove just how huge those stockpiles were. JDAMs wiped out multiple entry points and the hundreds of people inside at once. Hemet assemblers, Bari techs, guidance engineers, warhead experts, all cut off from the world. Exits got sealed, ventilation shut down. When the entrances caved in, the operation's harshest part started. Hundreds of workers, engineers, techs, soldiers lost all outside contact. Escape paths were cut off, blocking any quick exit, but sealing entrances wasn't the end goal. The main targets hid deep in the mountain. US B-1B Lancers dropped 5,000 lbGBU-72 penetration bombs. These smashed through concrete and rock to blow up inside the tunnels. They hit solid fuel mixing areas with planetary mixers, missile engine test stands, and assembly lines. These machines face global export bans. Iran gets them via secret routes. Losing them leaves a hole that'll take years to fix. In the October 2024 Israeli raid, 12 planetary mixers at Khoja got wrecked. But back then, air defenses still worked, flights were quick, no time for follow-ups. Now in 2026, it's a whole new game. Defenses are down, coalition planes can stay for hours. The GBU-72s had the power to punch into Damavand's 20 to 100 m deep tunnels. GBU-28 laser-guided bunker busters hit even deeper spots. Administrative buildings, logistics hubs, and personnel shelters fell to their high speeds. No chance to stop them. A Reuters report noted earthen BMS surrounded these structures to stop blasts from one spreading to others. That setup alone shows how volatile the contents were. The night strikes came fast and furious. Some tunnels stretched north to Mount Kassid, 300 m above the area, with another buried complex. With all these layers, dozens of jets focused on one site, then chain reactions kicked off. Bombs sparked thousands of tons of rocket fuel and ready munitions in storage. Local videos showed the sky glowing orange, blasts rumbling for minutes. Plus, Damavand wasn't hit for the first time. On March 5th, the US struck nearby, triggering a huge blast at the Hadar Kar IRGC garrison. March 22nd was round 2. Leftover structures from the first hit got finished off. Coalition tactics, hit, check via satellite, come back, seal the deal. Iran scrambles to reopen access in 48 hours. The coalition watches and strikes again. That night, the IDF named 4 more target types: an anti-aircraft missile depot, a defense ministry weapons plant, an IRGC production site, and an intelligence ministry HQ. Damavand wasn't alone. From March 21st to 23rd, Iran's full underground weapons network in the south took systematic hits. An ammo depot under hardened cover at Surgeon Naval Training Base got hammered on March 21st. Eyewitness accounts called it the biggest explosion yet. Footage captured a giant fire plume and blasts going on for minutes. Clear sign the depot was packed with stockpiles chaining off, the Hajiabad missile base near Surgeon. Another missile hub in Hormuz gun province got B-2 spirits early in the war. So many south targets mean Iran's naval and missile setup along Hormuz is getting taken apart piece by piece. The ammo depot at Dasul/Vadi Air Base blew sky high in the same window. Dasal sits in western Iran by the Iraq border. Lots of ballistic launches at Israel came from that zone. Explosion footage shows clear secondary blasts in sequence. The coalition isn't just hitting factories, they're going after stockpiles too. These March 21st, 23rd raids built on earlier work. Since late February, every step in Iran's missile and drone chain got targeted. By late March, almost the whole chain was broken. The defense unit south of the Isfahan nuclear complex took 2 hits between March 6th and 18th. First, one leveled surface buildings, second caved in underground links. This was the command center for protecting the Isfahan nuclear site with tunnels from around 2007. Both entrances hit. The cooling unit behind concrete got wrecked, underground part collapsed in the follow-up. This matters big for the nuclear program. Even if Isfahan's main facilities stayed untouched, their defense layer is gone. Security coordination, early warnings, emergency response, all down. The site might stand, but it's wide open now. The drone plant in Isfahan's Humeshar district got totally flattened between March 8th and 11th. That's where Iran built Shahd kamikaze drones. CENTCOM's before and after satellite pics are shocking. Busy factory on March 3rd, just rubble by March 12th. The advanced fiber development company south of Kazvin was wrecked from March 5th to 17th. Why care? It made carbon fiber for lightweight, strong missile bodies. U.S. Treasury sanctioned it in May 2025 over IRGC Air Force links. An IDF spokesperson warned locals in Farsi pre-strike. Later, satellite shots showed main buildings obliterated. The Ku Eberajali missile assembly site, core of Khoja complex and Iran's final missile buildup, took heavy damage on March 7th. Tied to the Shahd Hemet group, it was the last stop for putting parts into missiles. CENTCOM images proved assembly lines were toast. A turbine factory in Shakawiya industrial town in K got hit. It made key parts for missile and drone engines. Nearby airport targeted too. The missile plant east of Tehran, hit early with CENTCOM pics of assembly buildings gone, showed more damage in mid-March footage. Coalition kept going back to finish off targets. One key target across all this, the planetary mixer, something most folks never heard of. These giant industrial mixers blend solid rocket fuel evenly. No way to make solid fuel engines for ballistic missiles without them. They're under export controls worldwide. Iran can't buy openly, gets them secretly, dodging sanctions. Replacing one takes months or years. James Martin Center analysis spotted major damage to mixers and foundries in Khojiar. Put it in the missile chain, carbon fiber body plant in Kasvin gone. Solid fuel mixing in Khojiar hit. Final assembly at Ku-e-Barjali destroyed. Turbine and engine plant in K demolished. Shah drone site in Khamenei Shah leveled. Ammo depots in Surgeon and Disful blown. Command center in Isfahan down. Every step from raw materials to finished goods to storage, cut. The big takeaway here, when 22 nations with huge air and sea power show up at your door, what choice is left? In straight-up conventional war, experts say Iran's regular forces have near zero shot at surviving. Old frigates and small guard boats get wiped in seconds by carrier jets and Aegis rings. In this no-win spot, Iran's path isn't about winning. Its access denial lock out the enemy. They hold 3 tricky asymmetric plays with real risks. First, secret mining. Smart mines dropped at night into straight blind spots via Gator mini-subs, no radar trace, and fake fishing boats. Second, use rough coast terrain. Surprise strikes on coalition ships with No and Carter-class anti-ship missiles from twisty Zagros slope tunnels facing the Gulf. Third, unleash proxies. Tell Yemen Houthis to hit Red Sea shipping lanes. Split fleet focus between Bab el-Mandeb and Hormuz Strait. But none pack enough punch to beat the coalition. Goal, spike insurance sky high by nailing a Western tanker or minesweeper. Real aim, break coalition will with global panic. It's not genius warfare, its desperate asymmetric suicide play doomed to flop. The big picture shows a rare geopolitical backfire. Tehran thought sealing Hormuz Strait would crash the world economy. They walked into their own trap. All bridges to Europe, diplomatic, economic, burned for good. Tied military to terror nets worldwide, invited 22 modern navies to their coast. Beijing and Moscow watch quietly from afar. Superpowers jumped in fast to guard their cash flow. Iran's ace blackmail card burned up. Caught in their own chokehold, ringed by massive forces, Tehran drowns alone in the storm it started. Regimes ma. Stir plan crushed in home waters. Only question left, will Tehran take the siege and talk? Or burn final cards and sink into dark despair? So what are your thoughts on this matter? Please share your thoughts in the comments. To stay informed about PPR Global's exclusive analyses, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to turn on notifications. Thank you for choosing.